Tom's Homebrew, coming at you with a beer review from the side yard here, because the deck's kind of a mess, the garden's a mess. We've got projects going on, of course, right? It's time for a beer review. So here we go, one from the East Coast. This is Space Cake Double IPA from Clown Shoes Beer. Of course, that's Ipswitch Ale Brewery out of Ipswitch, Massachusetts. This is a double IPA. It's 9% ABV. On the front, you can see there, that's Miracle Mike and his dog Bionic. You know, something they dreamed up. And this is supposed to be kind of a West Coast style backbone with mosaic hops, and I love mosaic hops. So let's go ahead and get it cracked open. Now, to be perfectly honest, I don't really care for any beer with just one hop, so hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it's just featuring mosaic. I really do like the mix of hops and everything. But you can see that's looking pretty good. It's nice and orange. It's got a thin head, half finger head, I would say. But it's not clear. I could care less. But it's got a nice orange color. But we're gonna get the nose. That's what it's really about, right? Woohoo! So right away, I'm getting a light sweetness from the malt. You do get a little bit of maltiness to it, but it's more that it is kind of like a West Coast backbone. I would probably agree with that. But immediately, I got a lot of different kind of a fruit bowl effect coming off the nose. Not super strong, but very present. So there's a nice sweetness, almost a honey sweetness, I would say, that came off of it. But immediately I could tell you a few things. I felt like I got some melon characters, maybe some stone fruit on there. I definitely got the citrus on there, and some tropical notes. So let's get a little more detail maybe. Wow, well, I got hit by a whole bunch of things. I got a little bit of mango. I think I definitely got some papaya on that one. I know I got some like orange and grapefruit. Maybe almost like a tangerine. Yeah, kind of like a sweet tangerine going on there. Oh, that's interesting. I'm getting some resin and pine action going on. Just a hint of some dankness though going on too. I do get kind of a sweetness, almost like a cake. I'm not kidding you there. There's a little bit of breadiness, almost like just a hint of like some banana on that. Yeah, I can tell there's a lot more going on. There's a light caramel-esque to it. There's a little bit of some orange peel essence to it. Like I said, I'd gotten some berry. Stone fruit, I'm not so sure at this point. Maybe just a hint of peach. But there's a lot going on in this. It's just a nice effect. I think there was even a hint of some like hay grass on there. So we're gonna dive in. Cheers. Wow. Okay. I'm smiling and I'm laughing. You know that's good. Okay. It's not a little sweet. It's a lot sweet. It's not cloying or anything. But there's a good amount of sweetness. It's a beautiful sweet backbone. And there's loads of tropical, loads of citrus, and then all these other type of things I talked about before. Wow. And now I got more of that kind of that pine and resin bite, and there's just a hint of dankness on there again in the taste, just like the nose. It's really hard because I'm getting hit by so many things, boom, at once. So there's some nice melon, and I would say it leans more towards the cantaloupe side of melon. There's just a hint of some peach, so just a little bit of stone fruit aspect. On the citrus, I'm getting orange. I'm getting some grapefruit. I get some grapefruit rind, and I get some orange peel going on, and possibly a little bit of that tangerine too. On the tropical side, I get a bit of pineapple, just a dash of the mango. There's another one I'll come back to, but it's another tropical flavor, and then I really get quite a bit though. I think of that melon aspect, which is super cool, and like I say, that resin comes back in, and boom, it's just, and there's a lot of it. But what's fun about this beer is there's a lot of sweetness that really carries the thing through, so it balances out really nice. It's a medium carbonation, but it's got a little bit of a bam to it, you know? It's got a little bit of that, a little kick on it. It's kind of fun. Yeah, I'm glad I got a bomber of this. So I'm going to take a little time with this and I'll be back. Oh, this is nice. We're going to Do a little bit of a refill. Oh, there's still some left. Can we get it in? Oh, we can. Oh, and that's sad too, all at the same time. There we go. Look at that. Nice full glass. Cheers to that, right? Wow, so it's warming up. It's becoming more viscous, and viscous is probably not a good word, but there's a little bit of a honey chew to this. It has this beautiful, like honey nectar quality to it. Really kind of unique. I'm not going to say this is a West Coast backbone, I'm sorry. It reminds me of some things I've had in the Midwest and other things, but it's kind of a honey-esque backbone. And in a sense, it almost is cake-like. It does have a beautiful chew to it. I'm also getting a little bit of mandarin, but what I like with all this tropical and melon and stone fruit and citrus aspects going on is that in the midst of all that, you've got this like beautiful, as I'm burping, this beautiful resin quality that's coming through. And it's not overdone. It's really fun. It balances out all the sweetness pretty well. I've had a few beers that have cake essence, and this is one of the few that's actually pulled it off. The other one was from Hop and Frog. They had a beautiful one. It was basically their IPA with vanilla, and it was killer. Gangsta IPA, that's what it was. But this has some of those type qualities. I think the Gangsta IPA pulled it off a little bit better. If you liked that vanilla Gangsta IPA, not too many people got that. That was damn good. This has a bit of that kind of quality to it. And they did something unique, which, oh man, I'm getting like this berry quality now. I have to point that out. There's some berry quality. I'm going to go to my blackberries. And Mosaic is known for doing that. I know it can throw berry. It usually does that on darker beers. All right, well, double IPAs. This is tough. I tell you what, I've got a sweet tooth, right? I mean, I've kept my weight off. I don't go for, well, I do occasionally get some chocolate or something, but I really don't. I don't do that stuff. Beer is my candy right there. I have beer instead of ice cream, cake, and chocolate. That's what I do. And this is fulfilling my sweet tooth very well. And so in terms of a double IPA, I've got to give it a dang nice rating. I'm just super digging on it. It is a 94 for double IPA. The only reason you wouldn't rate it a 94 is because you like dry, bitter beers, and that's your whole palate. And I've got a wide palate. I like dry, bitter beers too. But if that's all you can do, you won't like this. Do not buy it. It's got this beautiful sweetness, slightly viscousness. It's got a bit of chew. It's got some cake. If you don't like that, go away. But if you like some of that stuff, damn, you got to get yourself some of this. This is good. Overall, we're not going to change a whole lot. I am fully digging on this beer. I'm loving it. I'm going 93 overall. This is an excellent beer from Clown Shoes. Here it is again. It's the Space Cake Double IPA. And when they say cake, they mean it. The space refers to my head at the moment after doing some work and drinking a beer. But the Space Cake Double IPA from Clown Shoes out of Ipswitch, Massachusetts. This is, you know I like this beer. You know I do. What does that mean? It's a buy. Buy it. It's a good beer. This is Kevin Clements over saying life's too short to drink cheap beer. And I will see y'all on the next beer review.